Good evening. In today's video, we will discuss about a very trending topic in nowadays, that is tariffs. Have you ever wondered why an iPhone costs more in India than in the US, or why sometimes countries like the US or China for trade wars? The answer often comes down to one word, that is tariffs. Today, I will explain what tariffs are, what countries use them, and the different types, their advantage advantages, disadvantages, and real world examples, all in a way that even if you are hearing this word for the first time, you will understand it completely. If you are new here, I simply if you are new here, I will simply start from the basic topic. What is a tariff? As its simplest, a tariff is a tax imposed on imported goods and services. Think of it like this: you go to a shop and buy a chocolate made in Switzerland. Normally, it might cost rupees 100, but when it enters India, the government adds a tariff. Let's say 30%. Now that chocolate cost 130 rupees. The extra 30 rupees goes to Indian government. So the formula is simple. Of final price is equal to original price plus tariff. Tariffs are not new. They have been used for centuries, even in ancient times, as a way for kingdoms and governments to make money and protect their local craftsmen. Now, next topic to you will ask is what are the types of tariffs? There are several type of tariffs, but let's simplify most basic ones. First is specific tariff, a fixed fee fixed fee that applies on per unit of goods. For example, 50% on every pair of shoes. Second is ad valorem tariffs, a percentage of the product's value. 10% on the price of a car. A 2 lakh car will face a 2 lakh car will face a 20,000 rupees tariff. Mixed tariff, a combination of fixed and percentage. Uh, uh, 1 lakh per machine, for example, 1 lakh per washing machine plus 5% is value. 5% is the tariff. Fourth is protective tariff, mainly used to protect domestic industries from foreign competition. Fifth is revenue tariff, mainly to raise government income when no local competitor exists. Now you may ask, why must the government use tariffs? Government use tariffs for several reasons. First is to protect local jobs and industries. If cheap goods flood the market, local businesses may collapse. Tariffs make imports costlier, so domestic companies get a fair chance. Second is to raise revenue. In many developing countries, tariffs are a major source of government income. Third is national security. Some goods like defense equipment and foods are considered too important to depend on imports. Retaliation in trade wars. Sometimes tariffs are used as a political weapon. For example, in today's world, US and China trade war. Fifth is encourage local production. High tariffs on foreign goods encourage companies to manufacture locally and competitively. Now, the next question you may ask is how tariffs affect people and the economy of a country. This is where things get interesting. Tariffs don't just affect companies; they affect you. Like for consumers, tariffs usually mean higher prices. Imported clothes, cars, or electronics will cost more. For producers or local businesses, they get protection for foreign competition. For example, Indian farmers may benefit if imported grains are taxed heavily. For the exporters, if another country retaliates with tariffs, your goods become expensive abroad and exports can drop. And for the economy, while tariffs may help short term, they can reduce overall global trade, slow economic growth, and sometimes trigger trade wars. What are the real life examples in today's world? Let's look at the famous cases. The famous the US China trade war. The US in the 2020s, the US imposed heavy tariff on Chinese goods, accusing China of unfair trade practices. China retaliated with tariffs on American goods like soybean. Result: prices went up for both American consumers and China's Chinese buyers, and global supply chains suffered. India's tariffs on iPhones. An iPhone in the US might cost thousand. Uh, iPhone in the US might cost $1,000, but in India, after custom duties, GST, and tariffs, it can cost around $13,000 that or more. That's why Apple started manufacturing some iPhones in India to avoid these import tariffs. European Union tariffs on agriculture products. The EU imposed tariffs on imported agriculture products to protect its farmers with protects its farmers. Without tariffs, cheaper food products without would undercut European farmer prices. What are the advantages of tariffs? Tariffs aren't all bad, they have their benefit. First is protect local jobs and industries. Second, source of government revenue. Third, reduce trade deficit by discouraging imports. Can and fourth is can encourage reliance and local manufacturing. What are the disadvantages of tariffs? But tariffs disadvantages of tariffs should are: first, consumer pay higher prices. Second, can reduce the quality and variety of goods. Third is risk of a trade war. Country A put tariffs, country B retaliates. Fourth is can harm exports if foreign markets imports tariffs in response. Fifth, in the longer run, they may slow economic growth. What are the alternative to tariffs if they can be avoided? First is quotas, limiting the number of imports. Second is subsidy, giving financial support to local industries. Third is non-tariff barriers, complicated rule, licenses, or safety standards that make it harder for foreign goods to enter. So I will conclude my video by saying few lines from my above uh, from my above section. Tariffs are taxes on imports. They protect local industries and earn government revenue, but they also make goods costlier for consumers and can cause global tensions. Uh, if this video help you understand about tariffs, subscribe my channel and like my video, and I will make this type of videos. Uh, I will also make this type of videos, and thank you.